Hey everybody, this is Anne-Marie and Tim from Dialysis Diaries. Now, I just wanted to catch everybody up. I know Tim explained it a little bit of what was going on with my situation. So, one of the dialysis nurses decided to cut the tape off my wrap of my catheter and ended up cutting the stitch off, and then I was in the hospital laid up for a week. I did post some videos about it, letting you guys know what happened. And now they pushed my surgery date again. The video, the first introduction video, when I was asking about the graft, but Tim sent me a very good, interesting article about graft surgery. So I'm looking.
Jeff.
From Jeff Park. Shout out to him. He's been a huge help for us, and I really appreciate him. So now they had to end up putting my catheter in my leg. So my body's not fully used to getting dialysis like through my groin area. So it's been rough for me. And I was doing so good not throwing up for like a month, and now I've been throwing up for like almost 3 weeks straight, every day. But I know that comes with dialysis, and sometimes I forget to think about that, and I was really in my feelings yesterday, and like, I've just been trying very hard, like to change my diet, eat certain vitamins, all that stuff. And
You've been doing great.
yeah, I'm keeping up with it, and I'm drinking this kidney tea, and it's helping me. So, I feel the difference, but I'm just a little upset. But anyway, I thought I was gonna get the teardrops working, but I think I've subsided it. So, but it is upsetting, because I know you dialysis warriors know what it's like when sometimes you just get hard on yourself. Like, when you get put on dialysis, I don't know if you felt it that way, but you're like a totally different person.
Yeah.
I don't feel, I was telling him, my boyfriend in the car, I don't even feel pretty sometimes. I feel different.
Yeah, you do. It changes you, man.
It does.
And
that's a huge, we're going to get into that in one of the episodes. Of course, that's going to be a huge topic, is mental illness, because it affects your whole mental health.
Yeah, I think it's very important, when you first get on it, I think
But we have to think about it like this. We show up for dialysis.
Yeah.
That is a huge thing, just showing up.
Yeah.
We know we have to, but we do it, even if it means waking up at 3:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
or not sleeping, because I know a lot of people have problems sleeping.
Or coming home to sleeping too much, too.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
you think you're going to have the rest of the day to do something, and you don't. You come home and
Just knock out. Yeah, sometimes I don't hear from him for a couple, almost a day, and it scares me.
Yeah, it's like I come home at 11 o'clock, and I fall asleep, and next thing you know, I wake up, it's 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, where'd my day go? But it's been happening a lot lately, this week especially. Every day I went to dialysis so far, I'll come home and, I'll just pass right out and be like, where did my day go? And I get upset with myself, like you said before, it's because I want to do this, and this, but I can't,
Yeah.
And it goes into another topic that I was talking to Ann about too, is and she's been writing me about it too, is I want to get my own place, but, to have that happen, I don't think I can. You know what I mean? If I was to come home from dialysis and pass out for the full day, there's nobody there to something to say. If I bottomed out, I couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah. What if you go into shock or something?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's something that, I'm scared. I don't want to be dependent on nursing home.
Yeah.
I want my freedom back. I want my daughter back. I want my family back. But on the other side of my brain, which remind me a lot of, it's you can't do it by yourself anymore.
No, and then you got to think about whatever the other person who's taking care of you has to go through, and then help you on top of that. So like sometimes I used to feel like a huge burden on my
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
And I don't like feeling like that because I've always been independent, like, and done everything on my own. I still try, but I do wear myself out. But
That's hard too.
also, like, after dialysis, you know, the day after is like recovery day for the next day.
Yeah.
So, like, it's gonna be hard on us, and we know that, we understand that, but we show up,
Yeah.
and that is the number one thing.
Yeah.
We're always there.
Man, that is huge because knowing what's going to happen is you're going to have dialysis, you're going to either sleep or do the major recovery that day. Like you said, the next day you're still recovering,
Absolutely.
you know, but you're able to do little things here and there. But then bang, you're back in that chair the next day. That's why a lot of us look forward to the weekend.
Yeah, we get excited.
You
We
know?
call it our vacation.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, you know, because you know at least you're going to have 2 solid days where, you know, you're going to be able to hopefully accomplish stuff. But then, like, last weekend, I thought I was going to be able to accomplish all this stuff, but I slept most of the weekend. You know?
I was sick Saturday, and then he ended up getting sick Sunday.
Man,
So,
it was just like, you know, it would seem like just a waste of a weekend, but it's just, that's, you know, part of this thing we're battling, the disease we're
Yeah.
battling, you know, and, you know, it just, it really hits hard, you know what I mean? You know, and like, the hospital visits, I mean, the hospital stays, like, when Ann went to the hospital, it's no longer like a 1 or 2 day stay.
no, it's at least a week.
At least a week now you go in there, you know, I mean, these nurses and doctors know us by our first name now.
They do. They really do. And they know him.
Yeah, you know, them are caretakers, anybody that comes in, it's just like, we should have an office in there, you know what I mean?
We should.
Or at least a room like we have here.
I was thinking about one day, like, if I ever get a kidney transplant, like, if I could be like an advocate for young diabetic children,
Yeah.
like women, girls, you know, like, and I know the diabetes, I know it, I got it down to a pat. My boyfriend almost has it down to a pat. Like, we're prepared.
Yeah, like even with things like the diabetes comes along with the kidney failure, so like her boyfriend, they really got snacks on it. You bottom out a whole lot more.
Oh yeah.
You know, here, that's what I noticed between getting on dialysis and then battling diabetes before. I never really bottomed out before, you know, I was always super high, but ever since I got on dialysis, I bottomed out like crazy. Like last night I woke up, I was covered in sweat, like I broke a fever. Like all my clothes were soaked, my bed was soaked, and it was just, you know, I ended up throwing up. But it's like, you know, it's like when you break a fever, you ever get sick and then like, you finally break that fever,
Oh,
you
yeah,
sweat,
feel it.
you know.
Well, that's why whenever I throw up, I let that shit out because it
Yeah.
feels so much better
Yeah,
after you get it out.
yeah.
Because it's the waste. We know, the dialysis warriors know
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least. But this is less getting like onto the topic of caretakers too.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Like at first my mom used to get really upset. Like she'd always be like, "Do you need to go to the hospital?" I'm like, "No, it's just part of it."
Yeah, and it is like, you know, it takes, like it took effect in my family, like my situation per se, like it really hit my wife and my daughter hard, you know, because for a while my daughter thought she had to be my caretaker.
Yeah, 'cause well, your daughter will be worried about daddy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, like she'd come out of the room, "You're right, Daddy, you're right," and just like I notice it now, it's just like,
Shout out to Emily.
Yes, Ems. Hope we can see you tomorrow too, Emmy.
Love you.
See, Ems. But like she was awesome. You know what I mean? That girl is a trooper, and she went through a lot of stuff she really shouldn't have had to because I was sick. You know, like.
But she learned to fight like her dad
Yeah. Like she helped me a lot.
and her mom.
Yeah, they both did, but it really hit my wife hard because of the fact that she didn't know every time I went in the hospital, the stories you read, it's gonna come home.
Yeah.
Like it's just the one where it doesn't come home. You know what I mean? And for a while, like, you know, I'll be honest, early in my journey, I gave up a couple times. There was just like, you know, because you lose so much.
Yeah.
You know, there was so much loss in my life that maybe there was a few times where I was like, screw it, let's just, everybody would be happy without me here. But then, like, over time, I found out that wasn't right. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I want to see my daughter grow up, I want to see her sweet 16, I want to see her get married, you know.
That's what I always think. I'm like, I need to be the perfect aunt here for my.
Yeah.
I call them my kids. You'll learn about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to be there because even though they're my nieces and nephews, aunts are mob number twos. We know that.
Yeah.
So
And you're close with you and your sister.
Oh,
You're close,
absolutely.
you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you're just as close with those kids ever since I met you. The first one I met was Oakley, you know, and then now she's got a son too, right?
Yep. Amir. Yeah.
Sorry, I guess
So cute.
you know. But I swear Oakley looks just like her. I gotta say that. But it's like, you know, that's who, like, that's what I want to be around for. I know I gotta do this for me. Like, I personally gotta survive and do it, but to be around for Emily, you know. And I was
And
thinking,
then eventually my own child, you know?
yeah, you know, your own family. And I was thinking about it the other day. I think I even texted you. I was like, you know, one day, like, they're gonna look back at this stuff. You know what I mean? Like Emily, even Oakley. You know, when she's older, like, oh, that was my aunt. If this is my aunt right here, you know what I mean? It's like, it's something to be proud of. Like, you know, what I get a lot of is thank you for bringing this stuff to light. You know,
Yeah.
you're the first person that, you know, they're.
Because that's what we wanted. Like, and we want to continue to spread it
Yeah.
everywhere. Maybe even like worldwide.
Man, that'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Right?
Because you know what? The more people, like you hear the word cancer, you think chemo and death.
Yeah.
We need to live off a machine.
Yeah. Man, supposedly that machine is like, you know, our like lifesaver. And then now you're
Supposedly, but
yeah.
we've been doing a lot of research.
Yeah.
We'll get into that though.
Yeah, you know, like especially with like the Jeff, the information I'm getting from like Jeff, it's mind blowing. You know,
It is mind blowing.
how like Congress is whole, like, you know, we could have like a whole bunch better care, but it's just like the government's holding up on all of it. You know what I mean? And it's like big props to him. His name is Jeff Park. It's the IKEMIA, I believe, Foundation. But like, you know, this information that I've been reading lately, and I just got Anne-Marie hooked up to it. It's mind blowing. You
And
know?
we'll explain the links in our platforms. So
Yeah. But we're officially on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and I believe the Twitter and the X are connected to the Facebook.
and we have the Gmail as well, so
Yes.
you can reach us any. We're gonna add in the descriptions our links, but we're gonna just figure out how to do that. So we're still in the learning process.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But the Gmail account is in a direct access to us.
yes,
So if you
either
get,
one of us.
Yeah, if you get a response.
If you want something sent to Anne-Marie or Tim, just write specifically or in parentheses Anne-Marie or Tim.
Yeah, and it'll go directly to us. So if you hear anything from us back on that.
Or if you want both points of view.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they're more than willing to take any. And like I was even thinking about, like, if you want to send in tutorials or videos of yourself saying that everything you've gone through, we'll be more than willing to post them for you too. Like maybe start like a Warriors link.
Yeah. Oh, also, we're gonna try and if people know anybody like we're gonna try anybody who's watching this, please drop your zip code in the comments
Yeah.
because we want to find locals or even spread it support groups for dialysis patients, or if
Yeah.
people know somebody who knows somebody about like NA groups or AA groups that knows how to get that kind of type of thing started, please email us.
Yeah.
We would really appreciate that because we want to try and get a support group going.
So I think an in-person group would be good. It'd be like, you know, we show up for dialysis, we show up to doctor's appointment. It'd be nice to show up somewhere like once or twice a month.
Where
it's
people get it.
get it.
Like where we don't have to really fully explain.
Yeah, and we can all meet, we can share our experiences, share what
Or
works
if we're
for us.
going through something that has never happened to us before, and if other dialysis patients happen to, like I always ask him, like if something happens different to my body, like does that happen to you?
Yeah.
And most of the time he says yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of this does have to do with the kidney failure.
Yeah, it is.
So-
you know? And I think another good thing is that if we started a group like that, it's also would help people with transplants.
Yeah.
Or like the aftercare.
We can even do post-transplant groups
You know,
eventually,
yeah.
you know?
But like to help, like to set up the support, maybe we can help each other for the people who don't have that necessary support we need to have the transplant. You know, maybe we can help each other with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, certain caretakers can help. You know, I just think it'd be like if we get in person and get a group together, I think it'd be very, very proactive for us to do something like that. You know, and I think
And it's like a safe spot to feel, you know, you're not doing this alone.
Yeah.
We're
Not
in
dark.
this together.
Yeah. I think we gotta come out of the dark.
We do, and it's been hidden
Yes.
for a long time.
Biggest
And
thing,
that's a shame.
yeah. The biggest thing I hear a lot is a lot of people's like, I feel like I disappear. You know what? It's time for we reappear.
Yes.
Let's put ourselves out there again. Like, you know.
We want to be known.
you
And
know,
we want to be known as fighters and
Yeah.
warriors.
yeah.
Because a lot of people don't survive this disease.
No.
They don't. Statistically, I'm going to look that up into that.
No, but it's lost a lot of people along, a lot of good people along the way.
I mean, granted, every day, but buddy has their day, but
Yeah. But there's also like.
there's also a fight you can put up.
Yeah. And there's some people who like.
Some people get, some people get off of dialysis.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta think there's gotta be that Michael Jordan out there, that one where something cures everything, you know what I mean? Where there just has to be the odds, out there.
My mom talked to this doctor who's from North Carolina. He used to be a doctor in New Jersey, but they were killing off so many kidney patients. He couldn't deal with it anymore.
Oh,
So
wow.
he moved to